What's up, YouTube? It's the next day. I've got some more wood. We're going to try to get this trailer attached to the 6x6s, and then we might start building the subfloor. So here we go. All right, here's the plan, y'all. I got some Simpson ties, and I got some self-tapping metal screws, and then I got some Simpson 2.5-inch screws. Basically what we're going to do is tie these guys in, self-tappers on the metal side, and these longer wood screws on the wood side. That should make all these joints here pretty strong. All right, y'all, things are starting to take shape on the tiny cabin. We're finally starting some framing here. First step we're doing is putting some flashing down between the framing and the trailer. That'll help protect the metal trailer from all the chemicals in the treated wood, help it last a little bit longer. By the end of this episode, we'll have the floor down, and that's really exciting. Really get to see what type of footprint the cabin is going to take up here. In case anyone's wondering, I'm using these Tech self-tapping wood to metal screws. It says that they'll drill through the wood and then tap into the metal. Metal may be too thick. They weren't tapping themselves, so I'm having to pre-drill. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting these 2x4s, treated 2x4s, really attached to the metal trailer, and that'll give me a foundation to attach to the rest of the wood to. So just in case y'all thought I knew what I was doing, yeah, I think y'all saw me struggle there with the flashing, getting it unraveled. And then, of course, the camera issues continue to plague me. But that's okay. We're just going to keep on rocking here. Right now, we're getting our rim joists cut to length. And then we're going to get our floor joists cut to length, nail it all together. So right here you can see me doing the rim joists, and again, just no idea what I'm doing here. I actually made a mistake on some of my measurements, and I had to go back, unattach the rim joists, and then reattach them. But that's the importance of measuring twice and figuring out if you're actually square or not. You really want this first foundation step square, and that way everything else will be square on the project. Right now I'm covering up all my materials because it's supposed to rain. Alright, it's the next day and it did rain, so pretty glad we covered it up with tarps. You can see I'm applying the bug spray there, trying to keep the ticks and mosquitoes off me best as I can. So we're going to uncover our floor joists and our 3/4 tongue and groove OSB sheathing. We're going to put the floor joists on 16-inch centers. It's a 2x6 treated, and then we'll put the OSB on top of that. So again, just checking square here, making sure everything's good to go, and then we're going to draw our pattern on our rim joists for those 16-inch centers, and I'll give a little bit more detail. All right, in case you are wondering what I was doing, we need a stud, a floor joist, every 16 inches, and I want the middle of it, they call that 16 inches on center. So I was marking the edge of where my studs are gonna go every 16 inches. That way we can put our floor joist evenly spread out, and when we go to put our OSB down, we get half of our OSB on a stud. I'll show you that when we nail it together too. So I've only got the one helper here today, Graham, and he's gonna have some activities later in the video. Go ahead and move him here, just get him away from the saw a little bit further, but he was up in the action. I like to do some regular speed videos too, just so you get an idea of how long each thing takes, you know, what it really looks like in regular speed. It gives you a little bit of context to put it the 50x speed or 20x speed, whatever it is. Gives a little bit more perspective. A lot of these videos I'm condensing down from hours of work into seconds. And this one's going to be double speed, but we're just getting the floor joists in on our marks, and then we're getting the nail gun and going ahead and nailing those into place. It's very important, really critical to have nails in the nail gun in order for it to properly affix the nail into the wood. So don't forget that step when using the nail gun. So if you're wondering, Andrew, how do you have a compressor and a nail gun? Well, when I was building my house, I actually bought a bunch of battery-powered tools, one of which was a battery-powered air compressor. It's really great. Alright guys, the floor joists are done. We still got a little issue though. Y'all tell me if y'all see the problem. A little shaky, more so left to right. Not as much forward, backward. But we're going to try to add some bracing to try to make it shake less. I like a monkey bar. Look at me. You are a monkey bar, aren't you? Alright, so I hope y'all could see that in the video, but there's definitely a little wiggle, wobble when you are walking across the subfloor. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding some cross bracing between the posts to help stabilize and remove some of that lateral motion. Alright, y'all, let's give it a test. Let's see if it shakes still. A lot better, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot better. Let's do a little walk test. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what we wanted. I think we'll call that good for now. We may get the rest of it built and add some more later, but I'm happy with how that feels. Alright y'all, we're going to add some of these ties to our floor joists just to give it a little extra attachment to the trailer. Again, not really sure what we're doing, but I did try to use as many strong ties, Simpson strong ties as I could to help ensure the all the connections between the trailer and the posts and everything's solid. I don't want this thing blowing over on me one day. That would be really depressing. Alright y'all, we got our joists done. Look at that nice level. What'd you do? What'd you do right here? Rock, the biggest one. Do it, give it a whack. Oh, look at that. Nice, good job, bud. I hear it was that big rock. It was like this big. Maybe. Alright, so we put in all these ties on all our joists, and I'm hoping that helps prevent it from lifting up when a nice wind tries to tip it over. But we'll see. We may show up one day and the whole cabin is belly up. But we're going to put the OSB tongue and groove floor on now. So I go ahead and nail off the OSB, and then I come back with some deck screws later, just to make sure we don't get any wiggle with that later. I didn't use any glue because I'm a total hack. And also it's a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, so who cares if it creaks a little bit eventually. Alright y'all, floor is done. That means we'll get to start framing the walls tomorrow. Looking pretty good. Alright, like I said, really taking shape here. You can kind of see the footprint. The camera doesn't do it a whole lot of justice, but when the walls go up, you'll really be able to see it. And we're going to finish off the video here with a little sawing action for me and Graham. He's got a little saw that we're tag teaming here. And we're just going to chop this tree down because Graham really likes to. Alright, y'all tune into the next one where we'll start framing the walls.